Hi, my name is Alan. I work for Turning Heads, and these videos are being made with the Yes Centre of Brixham and the Food Alliance. You've recently received a food box, which would have come from the Yes Centre or the Food Alliance, and in that would have been a book of recipes. This is a series of short videos, got 12 videos, and what I aim to do is show you how to cook each of these recipes really quickly, really safely, really healthily, and to use the entire contents of this food box during the summer holidays. There's lots and lots of things in here. There are various herbs and spices. The idea is we're going to use all of this stuff, so when you get this box, put it in your cupboard and then follow along with the videos, and then you can cook all these things, really healthy recipes, and get all the family involved, chopping, cooking, stirring and mixing, and we'll have a brilliant time. Good luck. Okay, we're going to make pineapple upside down cake using the tin fruit that was in your box. Okay, so you're going to need a cake tin, or this is a wibbly wobbly one, but it needs to be one that's about 20 centimetres across or a little bit more. And all you need to do first of all is get a little bit of butter or a bit of margarine, and you're going to grease the inside of your cake tin. Use your fingers to do this, or you can use a little bit of greaseproof paper, because what we don't want is it to stick to the sides. Going to get a little bit more on the sides. So scoop out a little tiny bit of butter or margarine. Okay, now the next step you need to do is you need to get a little bit of sugar, and all you're going to do is you're going to pour a little bit of sugar into that cake tin, just over the base of the cake tin, and then just a little bit on the sides. Now I'm just using a bit of brown sugar here. You could use white sugar as well, caster sugar. Next thing we want to do, take out your tin of pineapple slices from your box, and we're going to tip them into a bowl. And we want to keep the juice as well, so we want to keep some of the juice. Now I also had a tin of cherries, so I had a tin of cherries in the box as well. Now if you haven't got a tin of cherries, but you might have some of those glaciated cherries, so you can use those as well. And all we're going to do is we're going to put our pineapple into our cake tin. So put one in the middle, and then we'll put some pineapple pieces around it. Shake off a bit of the juice. Okay, now there's one left over, which is for you to eat. And then what we're going to do is into the gaps, we're going to push down one of these cherries, these tin cherries. So give them a little squidge. Okay. So squidge them into the little gaps. And any other gaps that you've got on the bottom of your cake tin, just push a little cherry. It's really important that you give them a little squidge. Just plop them down. Squidge them down. Put a little one in there as well. Use up all your cherries. Okay, and that's on the base of our tin, but when we come to cook it, we're going to flip it over so it'll be on the top. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do to make our cake mixture, we're going to use 100 grams of butter. Now this is quite soft, this butter, because it's quite warm in here, so we're going to put 100 grams of butter into our dish. We're going to use a teaspoon of baking powder. The good thing about this is we just chuck it all in. We use a teaspoon of baking powder, and then we're going to use a quarter, or well, it's good to a quarter of bicarbonate of soda as we can. So we don't need too much. Chuck that one in. And then we're going to put 2 eggs in our mixture. One. 2 eggs, and the juice that we kept with our one remaining pineapple ring, we're going to add 3 big scoops of juice. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to have 100 grams of flour and 100 grams of sugar. So, we've got to use self-raising flour, so we're going to use 100 grams of self-raising flour. And what we're going to do is we are going to whisk that up, and we're going to make our cake mixture. Okay, now if you haven't got a whisk, you could do it by hand, but it would take you a bit of a while, and it would be a bit of a workout. And this is what the mixture looks like. It's all really soft. That butter was quite soft. And then what we're going to do is we are going to tip it on top of our pineapple and try and spread it out as evenly as we can. Scoop it all out. This is quite a nice thing to do. I used to love making cakes with my mum. This is a good thing to do. So, this is a really easy cake to make. And then all you do is you spread out your cake mixture over the top, and it just covers the cherries. Give it a little splodge. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to put that in the oven, 180 degrees C, and it takes about 35 to 40 minutes to cook. Okay, so we're going to put that in the oven. Okay, so when it comes out of the oven, what you want to do is put it onto let it cool, and put it onto a plate, and then you're going to take off your cake tin. Now, because these are spongy, they're really easy to take off, and this is what your cake looks like. So we've got an upside down cake. I don't quite know where that cherry's gone. And I'm going to chop a bit up and put it on a plate. So we're going to slice through. Now you can have this with a bit of ice cream or a bit of yogurt, or you could just have it on its own. It's really, really moist because of the fruit. And it's quite a healthy cake, because it didn't have a lot of sugar in it. Let's go for it. It's super yum. It's kind of like a dessert cake that you might have. It's just lovely. You can have it every day of the week. A really lovely cake.